today is one of these days where this shows a little a little concern for oneself and one's vitality. I've been wanting to talk to myself all day. This morning I had a better night's sleep, but I woke up unable to think of anything else but an anxiety that I've had for most of my life. Like many of us who get very anxious because we are born and bred in a society which relies on money for well-being. And it has been a lifelong search of becoming a millionaire. I'm not quite there yet. And as I know, money doesn't bring happiness. Unfortunately, the road to heaven is paved with money, at least on this human plane. It's a lie we've been told, isn't it? But how else do we live but with this exchange of energy through these notes or coins, or exchange of goods which have a certain amount of value in exchange for services and goods. So like many of us, and particularly more and more people, more of us in this age, since COVID, since, I don't know since how long, but some of us have got poorer and some others have got richer, which is its life. So still following Joe Dispenza and still believing I can make it somehow, someday. And that fortune is coming now, and it is now in my life. I just don't see it. It is I'm lucky. Look where I live. It's a dream come true, temporarily. In a country that's at peace, we don't have to run away from any dictators at the moment. The UK is a pretty good place to be. So I've got all the chances here than anywhere else to make it. But is it really money I'm looking for? Or is it peace of mind? As I woke up this morning, unable to think of anything else but the anxiety of not believing I own enough in order to do the therapies I am supposed to do, integration therapies, which really I know some of the work, so I don't need money to achieve that, do I? I just need a bit of time and thinking about the selves, the aspects of my personality which I am not integrating in my life. For example, I haven't really read enough about it, but what I understand is the personalities or the aspects of the child or the aspect of the adult which I am repressing. So as I, Alexandra, this person here, which parts of personality am I repressing? Repressing. Well, one I'm repressing yet working with is the need to draw attention to myself. This weekend I have had full attention of a group of people, of persons who have been there for me. And I've never had that much attention and ability to express what was inside me. So that is a repressed part of me, the needing to be the center of attention, which came from being a child, and I realize now why I still wanted to be the center of attention, because I wanted to be heard, and I wasn't being heard by my family at the time. And trauma ensued several times later, and I grew up in the wrong state of mind with the wrong guidance. Don't wear short skirts, you'll attract men's attention, from one source. Other source saying, don't ever tease men, because if you tease them you cannot go back and then you'll be a victim of them, okay, from another source. And then another source teaching me how to flirt, how to wear short skirts, and how to look charming, which other members of the family weren't so successful in achieving, particularly in the feminine side. But that's keeping in mind that I was pretty repressed, that person, because it's not me, it's the person I was. Repressed and shy and not confident, so I learned my value was my body. And as I grew older, that value is my body turned into I am worthless unless my body is a product that men can use. And it all went, so that's an aspect of myself, of the needing attention, getting the wrong attention, getting traumatized through rape, etc. All these things that turn many of us into homosexuals. I didn't turn that way because I find ladies quite intimidating, but it can mess us up, can't it? But it doesn't matter really. We're not talking about the past. We are talking about which aspects of myself do I need to integrate now in order to grow into a balanced human being, or as balanced as I could ever be in this moment. And what else am I repressing? Am I repressing any negative emotions like anger? Yes, I am. So, is it the child that's angry? Yes, it is, yes. Or is it the adult? The adult is angry too. Do I allow myself to express anger with people? No. And as a dream taught me, if I express anger and I reject someone, it doesn't end well. So, my subconscious is showing me to be angry and express anger is not a safe behavior. At least not with certain persons. Is there any other aspects of myself which I must take back and own, like shadow self? It would be better to do this with someone really, but it's hard to think on my own and ask myself the questions, isn't it? It's not impossible, so maybe I need a pen and paper, but I don't want to take too long. Oh, I've got a card here. It's a bit cold here. That's beautiful, that card. Okay, so repressed aspect of myself, is it? No, of the person I think I am, because it's not me, it's the person, the identity, the personality. Let's focus. Aspects of the identity, ego, self. Okay. So number one, being the center of attention. Okay. Number two, repressing anger. Repressing anger. So for example, I do repress things with people who live around me or with me. But when we live with a landlord, we can't really not repress things because our well-being is at stake. So I will write down repressing anger towards, and I put it in brackets, authority. My landlords really own my life at the moment. I am free, but I am not. Because if I wanted to move out, I could not do it at the moment. Therefore, this feels pretty unhealthy, but it's a situation I cannot do anything about. So, we accept it as it is, and I accept that I've repressed anger about certain things, like spraying chemicals on the ground and things that are not for me to decide because it's not my place. Okay. Is there any other anger repressed? Anger towards customers. Do I feel angry with some customers? Not really, do I? No, they're all right, customers. Anger towards friends. No. Family. There could be some anger there. Yes, there is. Okay, there's a little bit towards family or some members of family. So that, can I do anything about it? Do I want to do anything about it? Well, I suppose I could call them or not. Or I could write letters, but there's no point, I don't think, because they don't own me anymore. No, I don't see anything else really. Okay, do I feel anger towards life or consciousness or God? No, anger towards myself, of course, repressing anger towards myself. I'm angry at myself for getting in my own way of making success happen and not trusting. Okay, so we've got that. Number 2, repressed selves. Repressing anger, being the center of attention. What else do I repress in my personality and life? I repress quite a lot nurturing and love and giving myself. Hello. You shouldn't be here, little one. Hello. Oh. Lady Lou, you shouldn't be here. It's nice to see you though. But wait till Rosie comes back and you're back in the field with all these dogs behind you. Okay. What was it? The hand distracted me. There's no wormlets here, my lady. No wormlets, no. I've not made you any oats either, so not tonight. Anger towards myself. Oh, yeah. Okay, lack, repressing. The need to love myself. I can give some examples. The choices I make during the day when I feel overwhelmed with the idea of work with my business. And I run around in my head, not achieving very much because I'm scared at how much there is to do, yet not achieving it. And then I start work way too late. But there is then, it comes in with the feeling of I don't deserve to do what I truly want to do spontaneously in the moment because I have not behaved in the right way. That's quite a recurring pattern, repressing the need to love myself. And is it a shadow self? Is it a part of me I need to love? So I need to love that person which believes I don't deserve good things because I've not worked hard enough. I don't have enough money to to justify taking the time out to do something I really want to do. So I choose, instead of doing those things, even late at night when it's time to go to bed, I will spoil it for myself, and do everything else but what I want to be doing, which is going to meditate and going to bed early, because that is the most nurturing thing that I can do for myself, as I sleep so well when I do. No, it's hard work, this. Well, okay. And so let's imagine we've got three kinds of people. We've got the child who is very buoyant and is very expressive and wants to be watched, seen and heard. Can I take her in the arms of my mind and say, I welcome you back in me? The child you are, please be within me now. Where is she? Where is she? How old is that child? About 4 comes to mind. Okay, I've got her. Wanting her in my mind's eye arms. Okay, now the angry child or angry persona. How old is that? Come on, focus. Don't let your thoughts drift to anything else. The angry one, angry, repressed anger. How far back can you identify with that repressed anger? 7 comes to mind. So I'm sure there's more beforehand, but okay, 7-year-old. And I tell her, you don't need to be angry anymore. I'm here and I love you. I look after you now. Be with me, please. Okay. mind now. Okay. Repressing the need to love myself and to do things which nurture me. How old is that identity? Oddly, it feels very old. Okay, I get 6-year-olds. Okay, 6. I accept you back within me, the self-neglecting child. I know it's hard to move on, but we can be with each other now. Now we can love each other. Okay. Okay, well, that is a little bit of work, of integration. Is there anything from this morning which the feeling of undeserving, is that a shadow self, the undeserving? It's like a victim, isn't it? The being punished, the martyr, the blesser, all that. I'll write it down just in case as a number 4. The victim, undeserving, worthless person. Okay, I want to connect with that one. How old is that? Victim, it goes a long way, huh? Can we see it before I was conscious in this body? Like before birth? Okay. I cannot quite see the person of this, so I'll hold her or it in my hand. Deserving. Now. Deserving joy, deserving well-being, deserving warmth, deserving being heard, deserving expressing, deserving to receive, deserving to be loved, deserving to be guided, deserving to have a purpose for the better good, deserving to be heard again. Okay, how do I feel now? Calmer. Still a little bit sick in the stomach area. And tense, but it's okay. I feel bathed in light, golden light. Okay, well, that's enough work for today. Thank you for listening to me. Goodbye for now.